on video call, and he's like, look at Kimani, she's hair stone on drugs and alcohol. As we are leaving the corn gap, all of a sudden what pulls up? Police with guns. Guns drawn and everything, and I'm like, shit. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kimmy Kim. You're tuned in to Kimmy Kim. Like, comment, and subscribe. And today, guys, by the title, I have another story time for you guys. That this is going to be the time where I got high on edibles on a Tinder date and almost got arrested. This story is so funny, by the way, so let's get into the video. So I'm not gonna say the timeline, but this is when I was dating on Tinder. It was actually not a Tinder date, but I had met him on Tinder, and me and this guy had gone out a couple of times in the past. We were just hanging out, going out, like going out to lunch, going out to dinner, going out for drinks, like just getting to know each other. He was a lot older. I think he was in his 50s. Yeah, he was definitely in his 50s. Yeah, he wasn't a young guy. He was definitely in his 50s. It was pretty cool, you know. I enjoyed the dates or whatever. That night I was out with my two friends. If you guys remember the previous video that I did with the two other girls talking about our relationships, it was them. I no longer speak to them. We're no longer friends. So if you want to see a story time about that and why I'm no longer friends with them, just leave a comment. I'll let you guys know the juicy details if you're interested, because I don't care. Anything for YouTube at this point. So I was out with them at that time. We were at Bradford Treehouse. What were we doing? We went to the beach, and from the beach we went to Bradford Treehouse. So we were just hanging out, you know, getting drinks or whatever, and I was like, yo, you want to do some edibles? Now you guys, you know, Bradford Treehouse does sell the edible candies, and I've done it in the past. I was pretty cool with it or whatever. So they're like, yeah, so I got the edibles, I paid for it or whatever. I think with my friends, the Shabin one, she had like either four, I think she had 4 edibles. The lesbian one had 3, and I either had 2 or 3 edibles. Now normally I start getting mellow at 2 edibles, but the fact that I was also drinking alcohol was the problem, okay? If I had just kept it as edibles alone, I probably would have been fine. I probably would have been mellow. Like, I mean, I'd have been high, but I would have been mellow high, right? Whilst we're out drinking, the high hasn't hit me yet, because it normally doesn't hit you. Like for me, the high hits me when I'm like, you gotta feel a little tingling feeling. I'm like, am I high? And you're like, nah, I'm not high. That's when it's about to come. So I got a message from my phone from this guy, the same Tinder date, and he's like, I want to see you, I really want to see you, I'm coming to your house to get you, I really want to see you. So I told him that, well, I'm not home right now, I'm at Bradford Treehouse. If he wants to come, he can come. I mean, come spend money on drinks and food for me. So he's like, okay, I'm coming towards you now, I'm getting this job done, and then I'm coming there now. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem, I'll wait for you or whatever. So at this moment, I actually wasn't going to wait on him. Like, if my friends and I were ready to go, like, I would have left and just been like, hey, I'm leaving because I want to go home. But it was okay because he lives in the same Bradford, the grocery. I'm not gonna say where the man lives, but he lives in the vicinity of Bradford Treehouse. So if I did say I left, it'll be easy for him to get home. So for some reason there's traffic on the road because there was an accident and a guy died. I'm not gonna say who it was because you guys will know the timeline of this video, and I don't want people in my business. So there was traffic on the road, which means the guy took a while. So for whatever reason, we left Breadfruit Tree House. If you guys know, outside Breadfruit Tree House there's benches. Me and my friend sat down there, and I had been going out with this man for a couple of days now, and for the life of me I couldn't remember his name. So I'm like telling them, when he does come, just ask him his name, because I cannot remember it for the life of me. Like, this is why I'm always calling people hun, babe, baby, babe. If you never hear me call you your name not one time, best believe I don't remember your name. And it's just that I don't want to ask you and feel, you know, so I'll just be like, babe, hun, honey, baby. I mean, I generally call people like that, but if you don't ever hear me say your name one time, I probably don't remember it. He finally came, and like they were talking to him, we get his name, and we're outside talking or whatever. And for some reason, my shopping friend just gets annoyed for whatever reason. Like she just always got upset with me for no reason, which was one of the reasons why I cut her off, because I feel like life, going out and enjoying yourself, it's supposed to be a good time, a fun time. And with her, it was always something negative. Like, she was always angry about something, she was vexed about something, she always used to blame me for things that had absolutely nothing to do with me, which is why I cut her off. Because I'm like, baby, I'm 26, I'm an adult, I need people around me, I need friends around me who are just here to enjoy life. Like, if you come in with a negative energy, please exit stage left. And like, they were ready to go, so I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go with him. He can drop me home. I wanted food because I was hungry. So at that time, the food places were closed, and there was only one place I knew that we could get food at this time, and that was oh my god, I'm setting up myself even more. That was a place that I know I couldn't get food at the time. I'm not gonna say where, because I'm gonna set up myself even more. I don't join my business. So anyway, the man took me to the place. It's a longer drive, it's outside of Grizzly. So he took me to the place to get the food, and whilst I'm at the place now, he gave me the money, whatever. I'm getting the food, I'm also getting some ribeyes for us, and I end up missing a fall. Not that I didn't know I was high yet. So I got the food, I got the drinks, I came back in the vehicle, and we're driving, heading back. This is after curfew at this point, and we literally, I'm eating on the way. I mean, this man is just talking and drinking the road boys. So finally we get to my house, we're packed outside my house, and I'm high as hell. Like, I'm legit high. Now with me, I can either get high and I'm just laughing all the time, or I'm paranoid. That's the worst high for me. Whenever I'm paranoid, I feel like somebody's trying to kill me, somebody's trying to rape me, somebody's trying to do whatever. So in this moment, I'm freaking out. I'm like telling this man, like, I start feeling the high in my ears. So when it comes on, I feel it in my ears, and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm high. Now he starts telling me like, oh my god, he knows of somebody. Like, he wasn't calming me down. I kept telling him, just keep reassuring me that I am okay and I'll be fine. He wasn't doing that. Like, he wasn't calming me down. It got me a little thing, and my friends were pissing me off because I kept calling them to make sure they were okay, because they had more edibles than me, and apparently they played a prank on me to not answer none of my calls. So that, first of all, I was paranoid about that, and then I was paranoid because this man just kept telling me, oh, how he had a friend that got so high and she just got naked, like she took off all her clothes and started running. And I'm like, so why are you telling me this? Like, you're making me even more paranoid. I'm like, just keep telling me and reassure me that I am okay. And I'm telling him this, but for some other reason he just keeps reading that up, and like, I just kept feeling like, oh my god, this man is trying to rape me. And y'all, I'm this close to my house. Like, we're literally, this is my house, we're literally here. This is the distance, how close I am to my house. And I'm like, I can't go home. I told this man, I cannot go home. I don't want my mother seeing me like this. I cannot go home. Now, if I had just went home, I probably would have been fine. Because you ever see, as soon as you get in your house, even if you're high, you drunk or whatever, it's like you sober up immediately and then you just get in bed. But for me, yeah, I could have done that, but it was just the fact that I was drinking the alcohol, plus I was paranoid because my friends were not answering and I had no idea if they were okay. And then this guy just kept telling me this thing, and like, I just kept like feeling like he was trying to rape me or he was trying to kill me, and he just was not reassuring me that I was okay. I was like, I cannot go home. So I came up with a bright idea to take me to my father's house, because my dad is more accepting of this nonsense. So he took me to my dad's house, and as we are leaving the corn gap, all of a sudden what pulls up? Police with guns. Guns drawn and everything, and I'm like, shit, 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 shit. And it's past curfew, and I think we were in the vehicle that didn't have the pass. Oh my god, rain. I'm hoping the rain is not getting picked up because it's not so heavy, so I'm gonna just keep recording. Hopefully it's not bad on you guys. But anyway, where was I? So like I said, this guy has multiple vehicles, but the vehicle we were in was the one without the pass, because he regularly drives different vehicles, and we were in the one without the pass. So when the police pull up on the scene with the guns drawn and everything, like, I started to freak out. I was like, oh my god, now this is even worse. I should just let this man drop me home and let him find his way. You know, now we're past out curfew, and you know, they're going to either charge us or we get arrested because we are out past curfew, and he did not have his pass on him, and he normally does. I mean, it's just that he has a different vehicle. He's normally in the vehicle with the pass, but this time he was in one of his other vehicles. And so I'm telling him, just tell, even if we're not going to the hospital, just tell them that I'm high as hell and you are taking me to the hospital, and I'm gonna just act like I'm real high and like I'm spaced out. Even if I truly was. So like they finally come, one comes over to us, like it was like a whole heap of them. So one comes over to us, and the guy was with, he steps out of the vehicle, and like he's explaining to them, well, she's high right now, she had some edibles and she's not okay. And I'm in the vehicle, it's like he's like, she's not okay, so I'm taking her to the hospital. He's like, so I'm taking her to the hospital. They're like, oh, okay. So the police come me watching me, and I'm like that's such embarrassment. Like, the police watching the vehicle, you watching me. I'm like, so so he's like, okay, here you go, you'll just wear 2 masks. He brought 2 masks first, put on the mask, and he said him, because the vehicle, like the van was literally packed, like you never see like they literally came in front of us and parked in front of us, so we couldn't move, we couldn't go nowhere. So he's like, okay, well, let them pass. They tell them to move, let them pass. They're going to the hospital, let them pass. So I'm like, thank you, Jesus. We did not get arrested or had to pay a fine. So they ended up moving the vehicle backing up, and then we were able to leave. And like, I'm in the car like, OMG, this man's probably saying, what did he get himself into by coming and meet me? Like, he could have just left me the hell alone. Like, he didn't have to come get me or see me or whatever. So anyway, this man starts speeding to my dad's house. We get to my dad's house, and I tell him like, hey, you're gonna have to speak to my dad. Like, you're gonna have to tell my dad the same you just told the police. You have to tell my dad that I'm high as hell, because I'm not gonna tell him. I ain't gonna tell him. Like, I'm not gonna do it. So we reached my dad's house. Thank God my dad was up still, and like we came out. I had a good thing, I had my bag. Now since we went to the beach, I already had I had change of clothes, I had deodorant, I had perfume, which was perfect. So like I had clothes for the next day and everything. It's like everything was planned, because me and my girls, we went to the beach, so I had all of my stuff. So we get to the house, inside the house, and like he's explaining to my dad that she's high or whatever. My father's pretty cool about it with him. My dad's like, okay, well, thanks for dropping her, really appreciate it or whatever. So the man leaves, and my father's like, he watches me, Kimani, you doing them things? My father is literally like, Kimani, you doing them things? Y'all, I instantly started crying. I instantly started crying, because I mean, I am young, I am living life, I'm experimenting. These are the type of things that you do in life as a young adult. I'm positive my father has done this too. You know, it's life, it is what it is. You know, we're human beings, we make mistakes, we do stuff, it is what it is. But it's just that I felt that I disappointed him, and you don't ever want to disappoint your parents in any way, shape or form, because you just want to represent them in a good light. And I feel like I represent my parents in a good light. Yeah, I could be doing more things. I can be doing crazy shit that, but I don't be doing crazy shit. I do crazy shit for YouTube, but yeah, I could be doing with things. And so I instantly started crying when he said, Kimani, you doing them things. I just felt like I disappointed the man. So when we get in the house now, I put my bag in the room, and I came back in the living room where my dad was, and I just sat down there like with tears in my eyes, and I just started laughing. Like, I just started asking him stupid questions. Oh, why are you doing that? Like, why you have that? I laughing at him. Why you do this? Like, why that over there? And I just started like, I started asking this man, my father, weird questions. I started laughing. My sister wasn't by my dad at the time, so he ended up calling her, and he's like, look at your sister, she's stoned. He called on video call, and he's like, look at Kimani, she's here stoned on drugs and alcohol. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm legit crying and laughing. Like, I'm crying and laughing at the same time. Like, I'm laughing but I'm crying at the same time. But my dad was such a sweetheart. Like, when it was time for me to go to bed, he got the fan for me. He put the fan, he put the charger. Like, he's, because I couldn't do it for myself. Like, I couldn't legit pick up the fan and put the fan in the room. I couldn't get the charger and put that, like, because I was so high and drunk. So my dad, like, he set up the room for me and everything. He's like, okay, go to bed. And I went to bed and I crashed. And he told me, he woke me up in the morning at 6 because he had to go and pick up my sister. So he said he would have just dropped me home at 6. But apparently, like, he woke me up and I'm like, leave me alone. So he just left me in the house to continue sleeping. I went to pick up my sister, and then the same day we went to feed the homeless. Me, my sister, him, and my dad. Me, my sister, my dad, and I, we went and feed the homeless because they do have a charity, well, a foundation called Care Foundation. So we went and feed the homeless. Y'all, that was a time when I was high, drunk, and almost got arrested. I was kind of happy that I was high and drunk, because what we would have told the police, that was the time that your sister got high and was on drugs or alcohol, drunk, and almost got arrested. And the next day, well, not the next day, I apologized to the man, of course, and I told him I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah, guys, if you want to see more story times like this, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That's it. And of course, I do have a giveaway ending on February 14th if this gets out in time, so make sure you check my Valentine's Day video. Will be in, well, my Shein haul. It'll be down in the description or in the cards somewhere, so make sure you check it out. And it's your girl Kimmy Kim. Besos, bye.